Hello, this is Chan Abraham from Daybreak Ministries. I've talked in the past about dealing with difficulty. Today I'd like to share with you some thoughts about dealing with difficult people. Well, in particular, I'd like to talk about how we deal with ourselves when we have problems with others. Our world, unfortunately, is full of things going wrong in relationships. And sometimes we may feel that we are very much the wronged party. We may feel that others dislike us. And our experiences may go from simply people not talking with us or to us, or to outright hatred. I wonder if you've experienced anything like that. Have you known what it means to be rejected? The pain of broken relationships? Well, the reality of life is that this does happen. It happened right at the beginning. The Bible tells us that the first two brothers, Cain and Abel, had a really serious situation where Cain murdered his brother. And unfortunately, that breakdown of relationship has continued through the centuries. But there is an answer. How wonderful it is that we are approaching the season of Easter, which followers of Jesus believe is at the heart of the Christian gospel. Jesus Christ, whom Christians believe is God in human flesh, suffered at the hands of people who, yes, they did hate him. They mistreated him terribly. They wounded him. They despised him. They spat at him. They whipped him mercilessly. They mocked him. They ridiculed him. And ultimately, they nailed him to a cross of wood, leaving him to bleed to death. Jesus died of a broken heart, broken because of the great price that he paid for all of our wrongdoings. But his words, one of his final words on the cross, was, "Father, forgive them, because they don't know what they are doing." So I'd like to encourage you today, if you are in this situation and perhaps you've been carrying the hurt and the misery for years, or perhaps something has happened rather more recently, I would encourage you to turn your face to the truth that Christians believe is found in the Bible, at the cross of Jesus. You see, when he died on the cross, he paid the price for all of us to be forgiven and to be brought back into a relationship with God. He therefore gave us the ability to forgive others as well. And Jesus didn't stay dead. He rose from the dead. And therefore, when we say things like the very familiar Lord's Prayer, "Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us," we can be certain that we are not only letting other people go free, but in giving them our forgiveness, we are coming free as well. Just as Jesus rose from the dead, so we can rise again from the difficulties, the misery, the prison cell that sometimes we may find ourselves in when we haven't forgiven. So I encourage you this day to look to God, to bring him your hurt, your rejection, your pain, and to forgive and be set free. And that's the thought for today.